some guy.
It's witchy, man. God.
What's some guy's name?
Steve.
Steve? From 12C? With the overbite?
No, you don't know him. He's from Brooklyn.
Ouch.
Well, hope you got a few good licks in.
Yeah, I got quite a few in, actually.
Okay.
His friend was huge. Like, huge. That's way better. Thank you.
Okay, tough guy.
Love you, May. Hey, can you shut the door?
What I think is nice about where they're pushing him is that it's the first time Steve doesn't really know the answer. I mean, the first Captain America, it's pretty clear Nazis are bad. We can all agree with that. Captain America 2, it's SHIELD is being run by Hydra. No conflict there. The Avengers movies, aliens are no good. We want to fight them. It's always pretty cut and dry for him to know which side of the coin to fall on, and this one is why this is tricky. This conflict is a little more akin to day-to-day struggle that we all go through, where there's no right and there's no wrong. There's a point of view, and I think it's hard for him to understand what the right thing to do is and what his role is. That's what makes it such a good conflict. It's not enemy versus hero. It's or villain versus hero. It's friends. It's family. This is sometimes the most dramatic conflict, when it's people that actually have a history and care about each other, consider each other brothers. It's that much more difficult to navigate. Basically, it's about certain governments around the world are expecting the Avengers to take responsibility for their past actions. We've saved the world a few times, but we've left a lot of damage in our wake. And I think certain branches of the government aren't necessarily comfortable with us operating as this independent unit anymore. He's a good man. Anytime he gets to go to set and try and live in a headspace for a certain amount of time and process scenes through the eyes of someone who sees life a certain way, you can't help but take some of that home with you. And why not take home a little bit of Steve? It's a grounded story. It's the best. Russos, they make human stories with a superhero feel, as opposed to a superhero movie with human touches. They're just it's real storytelling about a genuine family conflict. That's what makes it so great.
What I like is there's all these concentric circles of events that are occurring, and it finally answers the question that I think any rational human being, it begs the question, why doesn't anybody bug out on these Avengers when they lay waste to these places while they're saving the world? And I thought, well, cool, it's about time. But then it creates all this new problem set that needs to be addressed. I read the Extremis series, and I was thinking about that from Iron Man 1 through Iron Man 3. The Avengers stuff was always really kind of this colossal ambitious thing, but to me, the Civil War was it was the smart, sexy Marvel idea, about really having a rift between two characters that you don't want to see them. You want to see them, some friction, but you don't want to see this tear in the fabric of the relationships, because you know how pervasive it could be. There's nothing I don't like about them as directors. There's just kind of a simpatico with the way that I like to influence things and then step back and really follow their lead. It's just this kind of dance, this creative dance you want to have. And the other thing is, it's not like, Anthony's in charge of talent and Joe takes care of all the technical stuff. I mean, they're like, they're both, there's a lot of alacrity, and they're both really versatile individually. I think people are really going to be pleasantly surprised and intrigued by the journey of the choices that Cap makes, and the fact that you kind of stay with him. It's familiar and easy to kind of go on the Tony serendipitous hero side. We're always going to mess a bunch of things up, but his heart's in the right place, and you kind of wonder, like, where is Cap's heart right now?